So now that you saw the actual price of Cutco, you could see it's like the price of a prom night. It's like the price of going out to a dinner, a couple of times a week, or a couple times a month. It's like an extra grocery bill a month. I mean, it's like a weekend at Disney. It's no big deal. Okay. Here's what I do want to show you. So the fundamentals of closing, what we are getting done during the closing process, I would take a screenshot of this or I would write it down, is the first thing we're doing is we're doing a comparison. You want to build up the comparison, because if we make the comparison like Wusthof and shouldn't look like trash and we're comparing to trash, it doesn't help us build value. If we are building them up to be really awesome, like they're great, but we're better, then it builds value for our product. So we want to make sure that the customer knows like Wusthof, Henkel, Schön, they're really good. And we're just chilling like we're in a hot tub. So we say we're better than them. That's why our value is $4,000. So you tell them, write down the $4,000 so they have that as a visual. And we say, let me show you what you get. Then we give them a refresher. We say, this is what you get for the set. It's your homemaker set. This is what you get in the set. Then we have the test close. Which color do you like better? Right? They'll tell us. And the reason why we use that question instead of the table knife question is so that way we can negotiate by taking away some of those table knives to lower the price. So we could use the table knives as a negotiation tool. Then we present the price, write down the price with excitement, letting them know it's a third of the price because it's not sold in stores. And we tell them about the buy now bonus. So it's like, since we know not now means never, let's do it today because we're going to give you another $200 in free Cutco just to try it out. And we say, hey, so what do you think? When we ask for confidence, what do you think? Do you want to go and try it out for a couple of weeks? Put down a deposit on your credit card for an extra grocery bill. Make sure you love it. And you just smile and nod with a lot of confidence. Now, what's going to happen is when you ask, they're going to say one of two things. They're going to say, yes, I'll take it. Or they'll say no, I need to think about it. It's really what one of the two things they're going to say. If they say, yes, we'll take it. Cool. You're going to want to call your coach for a deal because we have some sick friends and family specials on the two larger sets. So if they say yes, we're going to do what is called an upserve. It's kind of like after you buy an airline ticket, the upserve is first front row seats on a plane, which is called first class, right? And after you get first class, then they're going to say, do you need a rental car? Then they're going to say, do you need a hotel? Right? And it's called an upserve. Just like if you're buying a suit, you buy the suit, it's like the upserve is the tie, the socks, pocket square, belt. So that's an upserve. So we're going to show them the other options. We're going to show them the larger sets. Now, here are the types of people who buys what. Might be worth a screenshot or a physical note for this. So who buys the homemaker set? Families of 3 to 4, cooks 1 to 2 times a week. So I know we were talking to Ariana, she said it's her, a sibling, parents. So it's like a family of 3 to 4. And if her parents cook maybe 1 to 2 times a week, that would be a homemaker set. She said it's a family of 4, but if they cook 3 to 4 times a week, maybe they entertain or have a barbecue every once in a while, that might be more of like a medium-sized set. And if you just have a family that loves to cook or entertain all the time, they have a really nice, big, beautiful kitchen, they want to complete that kitchen with a complete set of Cutco, then that's where we have the complete set. So depending on what type of customer you're with, that's why we have the different size sets. So if they say yes to the homemaker, then you're going to want to call your customer and let them know the word definitely. So word definitely means they're definitely buying Cutco. They said yes, they're getting the homemaker set today. That means help me upserve. So all you do to your coach, all you do with your customer, you say, great, you're going to love your set of Cutco, but I just have to clock out with my manager to let them know that I'm done with the appointment. So let me just call my manager real quick just to clock out, and I'll go ahead and I'll get that entered in for you. Real simple. Real simple. And in your training manual, that is right here. So right here, so just like we read, I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't ask you, would you like to try out the set? They say, yes. You say, great. I'm just going to call my manager just to check in real fast. That's all. So you just check in. And then when you call your manager, you say, definitely, meaning they're definitely getting the homemaker. So your manager knows to upserve and they'll show the larger sets. They'll show the accessories, and they'll show you how to do it. And they're not going to do that for you forever. I want to make sure we're crystal clear here. They're not going to do that for you forever. They're going to do that for your first maybe like 2 or 3 appointments, just so you can see how it's done and what it feels like and looks like. And then after you see the deals, like you're going to know, oh, okay, they did that deal for my aunt. So therefore on my 3rd appointment for my other aunt, I could give her that same deal. So you're not going to need to be as reliant on your coach. So once you learn the friends and family specials, I'm not going to overwhelm you in training with all of these. That's why we have advanced training, so you can learn all this stuff. But for your first 2, 3 appointments, just call your coach, and they'll do the deals for you. And then once you're like, oh, my mom got this deal. Hey, coach, can I do the same deal my mom got for my aunt? Absolutely. Perfect. And you start learning how to do the deals and how to negotiate based upon what you saw your coach do for your first 2 or 3 appointments. So that's if they say yes. So if they say yes, we upserve and we go to the larger options. If they say no, or if they say anything like, oh, I'm just not sure, or I wasn't really planning on it right now, or I'm just not sure. What they're really saying is, I'm just not sure. I have a couple of questions that are unanswered. That's really what they're saying. Now, if they say, no, the knives suck, it's not going to happen. But if that was the case, you got sacked. No big deal. It stinks for them to use their crappy knives for the rest of their life. But if they ever say, I like it, but all that means is they're going through the justification process of what every customer goes through before they spend money. Literally, when you go buy a pair of shoes, if you're normal, you might try on 2 or 3 pairs of shoes before you buy the one that you want. So it's normal for an average person to be unsure before they spend money. So it doesn't mean no. It doesn't mean it's a rejection. It just means they have a couple of questions. They just have a couple questions. And those questions are typically that they're asking themselves, do I want to spend that much money? Or is that the right size set for me? Or is that the right amount of pieces that we want? Is it too many pieces, or is it too much money? So that's really what they're asking themselves. So what we want to do is negotiate. I don't know if you've ever been a part of a negotiation before, but grown-ups do this all the time, especially if you ever go to like a flea market or like one of those vendors, especially in different countries. You can negotiate. Anybody that makes commissions, if you're ever going to buy a car, people negotiate all the time. No one ever pays sticker price. Families know that. If the car dealer is asking for $31,000, the customers be like, "Ooh, yeah, no way, I'm spending that." They're gonna negotiate, and they're gonna try to get that price to like $26,500. So they're typically going to be unsure. So you almost want to expect it. You almost want to be like prepared for them to try to like negotiate with you, to try to, haggle a little bit because they want to get a good deal. No big deal. They want to either get a good deal so they can save some money, or they want to see something a little bit smaller. So how you respond to this is what you're going to watch your coach do for you this weekend for your first 2 or 3 appointments. But I'm going to show you what they do. So ready? Your code is, if you need a deal or you need help with negotiation, is considering. So what does that mean? So if you call your coach, you say, hey, I'm going to call my coach, check in, call your coach. Hey, Jessica, I'm here with my aunt, and my aunt is definitely getting a homemaker. So that's code for Jessica to say, okay, she needs Upserve. Hey, I'm here with my aunt. She's considering the homemaker. All Jess knows now is she says, cool, you need a deal. This is how your coach is going to support you. I'm peeling back the curtain. So instead of you waiting until this weekend for you to figure out what is your coach going to do for you, I'm going to show you what your coach is going to do for you this weekend for your first 2 or 3 appointments. Okay. And then after your first 2 or 3 or 4 appointments, you'll kind of be able to see, okay, this is what they did. And by the time advanced training rolls around, you'll be able to get the grip on it. It's really simple. So what does your coach ask, and how does your coach ask? That's what you're looking for. Ready? So in your training manual, your coach is going to ask your customer these 4 questions. So they're going to say, great. And they might build you up a little bit. So they might say something like, so say if you're doing the appointment with your aunt or something, and they'll say, well, first, Auntie, I have to ask you, How did your nephew do on his presentation today? Oh, he did great. We're going to build you up. We're going to butter you up a little bit. Oh, he did so nice. Yeah. Did you have fun? Yeah. Oh, it was so good. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. I'm glad. I want to just say thank you so much for taking the time to do the appointment. This is really valuable. Maybe we'll share your goals. Like, you have no idea, like, they're working. They went through 2 days of unpaid training just for this appointment. So for you to take the time, we really appreciate it. So let me ask you, did you like Cutco today? And then they'll say, oh, we loved it. It was fabulous. Great. What did you like most about it? And they'll say, oh, the guarantee and how it cut. That was awesome. So it's like, cool. So let me ask, what are you unsure of about, like, the set so far? And then they're going to say, oh, it's just like right now, my husband, or, work, or they'll tell you whatever they tell you. It's like, cool. So do you feel like it's like too much money, or do you feel like it's just too many knives? Whatever their reason is that they say, that's what we're going to use to drop down. And we're going to negotiate with whatever they say. So if they say it's too much money, we're going to show them another option that's less money. If they say it's too many knives, we're going to show them an option that's less knives. So we're going to use whatever they give us to negotiate. Now, in advanced training, we're going to show you how to do these negotiations. So you could see the handling the knee-jerk reactions. You're going to learn this in advanced training. So look forward to learning that on your own. But for right now, you're going to see your coach do it for you on those first few appointments. They're going to ask these questions. Then here's what's going to do. Here's what they're going to do. I'm peeling back the curtain. I'm showing you what your coach is going to do for you this weekend. They're going to sell your customer off the previous option and then sell them on to the next option. That's what they're going to do. So imagine you tried on a pair of shoes and you're like, I don't know, they're $150 for some shoes. And they're going to say something like, hey, I know you love those shoes. You love those shoes, right? Yeah. So what are you unsure of? I just don't know. $150 on some shoes. I'm just not sure. They're going to sell me off that option. They're going to say, well, let me ask you this. Do you need it to be made out of lamb, like baby lambs? Or do you think if it was made out of like a different material that's still durable, but not baby lamb, would that be okay? Oh, absolutely. I'd be okay with that. It's still durable, but it's not baby lamb material. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Now I got to show you this next pair of shoes. It's actually just a slight lower grade, but it's a lot less money. It's like, cool. Let me see those. You see, so we're selling them off the previous option onto the next option. So coming back to your training manual, let's go ahead. We'll pull up the site. So you have the site here, and we handle the knee-jerk reactions. We're going to teach you that in advanced training, and it tells you what slide to go to. So we go to the next slide, which is called the next slide is the signature and the ultimate. Your coach will do that for you. We're going to show you the dropping bombs workshop in the larger sets in a moment, but this is the Galley +6 set. The Galley +6 set. So dropping down, and we drop down to the Galley +6 set. So that's what your customer sees on their screen right now. And this is what you're reading on your screen, but your coach is going to do this for you. So your coach is going to do this for you. Now, if you want to write this down so you have it for yourself, by all means, write it down so you have it for yourself. But this is what they're going to say. They're going to say, so Aunt Jackie, you're not going to carve a turkey every day, right? No. Then it wouldn't make sense to spend money on items you won't use all the time. So what did I just do? The coach sold the customer off the previous option and onto the next option. Why were they able to do that? Because the only difference between the Galley set and the Homemaker set is the large carving set that's used for the holidays. So if they don't barbecue or cook out or do turkeys all the time, then we can negotiate and give them a smaller option that's less money that might be better for that customer. Okay. So we're going to ask them, you're not going to carve a turkey every day, right? No, then it doesn't make sense to spend money on items you never use. So let's go ahead and go this, and then we'll explain what comes in that starter set. As you get to see, it has a paring knife for the air, trimmer for small stuff, spatula spare for the sandwiches, a meat knife, serving piece, vegetable chopper, and a bread knife. And it still comes with 6 of those table knives. So know, like you have on the sheet of paper right there, Auntie, the 1326, go ahead and cross off 1326, because your Galley +6 set is only, ready, $957. And it's only $209 a month for 5 months interest free. And if you do this today, That's only $52 a week. So for you and your husband, Aunt Jackie, you and Uncle Ted, that's $26 for Auntie and $26 for Uncle. And if you do it today, we could still give you the entertainer pack or the super shears for free. So what do you think? Is that something you'd like to get today? Does that work a little bit better for you? Then we'll ask them for the order. If they say yes, we're going to say, great, congratulations, you're going to love it. And we're going to upserve. We'll show them gadgets and accessories, forks and spoons, ice cream scoops, pizza cutters, wine openers, garden tools, gifts for other people. If they say no, no problem. No problem. That just means they're not comfortable with that offer. That's not their comfort point. The average customer is typically unsure 3 to 5 times before they're sure. They'll typically try out 3 to 5 pairs of shoes before they buy a pair. How many of you guys ever went to a restaurant before where someone has to look at every item on the menu before they order something, right? So they're unsure several times before they're sure. So let the customer take its course. No problem. No problem. Let me show you another option. So we're going to show them the next option. So again, I'm going to take you a little bit behind the scenes here, and this is what this looks like. So we're going to ask them a few questions. Again, if you want to take the screenshot here, you can. If they're unsure, we're going to ask them these 3 questions here.
Hey, really quick.
Out of the tools that come in that galley set, which would you use the least? So which tool from the galley set would you use the least? Would you use a block? And you'd use the table knives, right? How many? So those are the questions that we're going to ask, and we're going to use their responses to show them why the next option is perfect for them. That's what we're going to do. So if I had to show you on these, on what this looks like, ready? So we ask these questions, and this is what they're looking at. So which one tool from the galley set would you use the least? So let's say they're like, we don't do bread at all. We're actually low carb. Okay, so no bread knife. Would you use a block? Yeah. Okay, and you'd use the table knives, right? The ones that cut the leather? Yeah, how many? Let's say they say 4. Okay, so no bread knife in a block with 4 table knives. We're then going to use their responses to show them why the next option is a perfect set. No bread knife in a block with 4 table knives. So watch the next slide. We have these set options. There's an essential set, no bread knife in a block with 5 table knives. Studio set, no bread knife in a block, 4 table knives. That sounds like a great set. Now we also have these 2 other sets in case they said no block, or if they said something else. But we're going to say these sets don't have a block. This one has a bread knife. This one has no block. You could add on a few table knives, but this one might be a perfect set for you. So use their responses to show them why this next option is a perfect set for them. So this might be a perfect set for you. No bread knife in a block with 4 table knives. So you still get a petite carver, spatula spreader, trimmer, paring knife with 4 table knives and a block with a cutting board. Hey, Miss Jones, can I give you a price on that set? Now they're going to be like, yeah, give me the price on that set. And I'll tell you right now, that's where you will start seeing a lot of those sales take place. Here's why. I'll tell you right now, ladies and gentlemen, I sold a lot of Cutco, but I'll tell you, I sold a lot of starter sets. Starter sets paid my way through college. Look at these price points. You're talking, under $700, $500, $400. Look at the monthlies on these. I used to call these to my customers. My best reps still do this to this day. They call these the Chipotle sets. Ms. Jones, these are like the Chipotle sets because my friends and I spend more money on Chipotle each week than what it costs to own one of these sets. That studio set, you could get it for $33 a week with the table knives. Without the table knives, $25 a week. Every one of you could afford that if you wanted to. Every one of you can get a studio set. Even if you're working at the smoothie shop, you can get a studio set right now if you wanted to. Now, you're just not in the market for it. But here's the best part. Ready? This averages out to be about $500 a starter set. It averages out to be about $100 a month on a starter package, something like this. If you can get, I would write this down for yourself. If you can get 20 20 families in your first 10 days, that's 2 a day, 20 families to sign up for the Chipotle package, you sell your first $10,000 in your first 10 days on the job. 20 families. If you have 10 of them sign up for that package before Monday night, 10 before Monday night, your first paycheck will be about $800. Do you know how hard you need to work at another job to make an $800 check? And all you need to do here is read, smile, and call your coach so that way they can help your average family feel comfortable with one of those starter sets if they're not already comfortable with one of the larger options. So that's why it's so important to drop down and show all the options to your customers. And if for some reason that option doesn't work for your customer, no problem. No problem. We will drop down. If the starter set doesn't work, no problem. We have a 5-piece custom set option. We'll show them that. We also have a buy 3, get 1 free option. We could show them that. We also have a spend $125 free gadget option. We have a favorite piece option. And then we also have all the gadgets, accessories, and gifts as well. So we have tons of different options that we can take a customer through in case any of our starter sets don't work. But the sets are just a better value for the customer because they get the right tool for the right job. They get a built-in discount. They get free cut go. They get a block to store it in plus the cutting board, and they could do that 5-pay option. Now, of course, like I said, we also have customizing options for them where they could individualize. They could do any of these specials like a buy 3, get 1 or the free gadget option, or they could just buy their favorite piece. And all of that, again, your coach will show you how to do this on the phone, but all you do is just read what it says. It's all laid out here for you. They could still do a 5-pay depending, as long as it's over $400. They could do 3 payments. It's over $200. And you can see it's all laid out here for you. All the different specials that are available, even the free gadget special right here, and the buy now bonus, reserving that buy now bonus, where as long as you get something today, we'll throw in something for free later. So that way it reserves the buy now bonus. So here's what we say. Ms. Jones, if you want to pick out your favorite piece, what's your favorite one? I always recommend the trimmer or the spatula spreader. They say the trimmer, the tomato knife, great. You could break it up into 2 payments and divide it over 30. That's over 30 days each. So a trimmer is like $76 with tax and admin. It's roughly $42 a month. That's a little more than $1 a day, which is less than a cup of McDonald's coffee. Right? That's what you say right there. And you could try it out for 2 weeks. And if you don't like it, if you like it, keep it. If not, return it for a full refund. I'm sure you'll love it. So what do you think? Would you like to get that favorite piece today? Awesome. You're going to love it. And then we show them the accessories. And then we show them the accessories. You click there. And then over here, you scroll over here. You show them accessories. And then there's all these slides. So all you do is you tell them, scroll down. Go ahead. Let's go through this. And you read exactly what it says. We're going to make your wish list of all the things. You don't have to get these today, but it just kind of shows you everything Cutco has. And you take them through. More table knives. Buy 3, get 1 free. We have the gadgets, the can openers, the entertainer pack, the wine opener. We could take them through that. We could take them through the cheese knives, just because there's different types of cheese brie or sizes. Maybe they want a different size steak knife or cheese knife rather. Then we have the Cutco flatware, the Forever flatware. We could explain the forks and spoons. So if they're in the market, this is a great option for them. Then we also have the cookware, the pots and pans. I would recommend you play this video if they're in the market. Once you explain the cookware to them, play that video. This guy will sell it for you. It's incredible. Then we also have the Cutco kitchen, where we could tell them, hey, if you're getting the knives and you're getting the flatware, we also have the pot and the pots and pans. You could just do a Cutco kitchen. We have a friends and family special on that. Then we have the garden tools. You could read the garden tools to them there. Then there's also all these gift sets for weddings, anniversaries, birthdays, holidays, especially with the holidays coming up, business gifts. We could personalize everything, put their company's logo on it. We could get it custom engraved for them. We also have the sheets as well. And again, if they're our Cutco owner, Then you do the Cutco wish list, like we just briefly discussed yesterday, and we could do a set upgrade, tell them about all the gadgets and accessories, and we'll show them how to present their offer. And again, your first 2, 3 appointments, 4 appointments, you're on the phone with your coach doing all of this. And then in advanced training, we're going to teach you how to do the negotiations, and we're going to teach you exactly how to do that. So that's how you close and drop down. Go ahead and post your biggest light bulbs into your WhatsApp chat to capture some of those biggest light bulb moments that you got right there on how to close and drop down.